I guess on my hair, she looked alright. And with that actually sitting there like this creams, and I had to have them, sis. All 5 of them. Here, I just had, we're gonna discontinue it, but I had to pick up their book of shadows, honey. Color grade makes cheap fan, expensive breeze, good times. Why so serious? What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's Torrence here, and in today's video, I want to talk to you, although it's something I probably should have been done. Today we are going to talk about the fact that I am going back on my makeup budget. First off, I've already been on one. I talked to you all about that before. I'll leave that video linked right here above. But earlier this year, that budget went bloop, right out the window once I got hurt. And I tried to use the excuse of retail therapy made me feel better, which I'm not gonna lie, in my opinion it did. But it's gotten to the point where I realized once again, Torrence, you are buying makeup way faster than you can use it. And now you're at a point where, because you've gone back to work, you have even less time to play with the makeup that you already have. And a lot of this stuff is getting ready to go. That's the easiest way to put it. I'm overcrowded and I have too much stuff. I'm someone who's always loved makeup. I love collecting makeup. I love it whether it be for the formula, for the packaging, for the collab. It doesn't matter. I will find a way and a reason to love something that I want. And I'm looking around and I'm like, Torrence, recently you did a video talking about how you're going to skip the Sephora sale. I'll leave that video linked right here. I also realized that I did not buy anything makeup-wise during the Black Friday sales. I know I told you all about the Oldest Eye discount that they had. I believe they had 40% off on everything. I even did a video on one of their palettes, which was the Hummingbird palette from the legendary Diversa collab. But I had to remind myself, Torrence, the swatches were beautiful. The formula was beautiful. But before you take an extra coin out of your pocket and go buy a new palette, how about playing with all 3 that you already have? I've only done a look with one and haven't tried the other 2. Same thing with Glam. I believe they had like a 40-50% off sale. I wanted those martini, oh my God, that green dirty martini one, that wine one, that purple one. They were beautiful. But I had to remind myself, Torrence, you just did a haul video, which I can leave that linked right here above, and you grabbed 5 palettes. You ain't swatch seen none of. Well, I did do a couple swatches. I did like 3-4 per palette, but I don't know what all the colors look like. You have no idea what that formula is like. So just because they have beautiful packaging and beautiful swatches, who's to say you don't use it and get eye irritation? Who's to say you don't use it and don't like it? So why is you going out trying to buy 4 more palettes when you got 5 you've never tried? And my only thing is I love makeup. My car get approved, and so when I want it, I get it. But Torrence, it is too much going on. I woke up Monday morning, I believe that was the 22nd, did my makeup, went to work, went to physical therapy, and when I got home, I was exhausted. Although that's a routine I used to be able to keep up with this injury now, it takes a lot longer to get things done and a lot longer to get out the door and back in the door. And when I get home, skincare is not an option, it's mandatory. So right now, as y'all see, this is looking beautiful. Like, ain't my skin looking fabulous, honey? And this is something that I'm trying for the very first time. This is the Lip Bars Just the Skin Tint Kit. It comes with a Just a Tint, what is this? A 3-in-1 tinted skin conditioner. Got this all over the face. They caffeine concealer, only underneath the eyes. Use the powder just to set everything. 3 products, took less than 5 minutes, and I did it with my left hand. That was my previous video, which I'll leave linked right here above. I bought this whole kit the day it launched, and I'm just not trying it out. And I'm sitting here looking in the mirror, looking on camera, and when I went to the grocery store, everybody told me how fabulous my skin looked. And I'm sitting back like, You done had this paid for sitting over there on the shelf and you could have been looking fabulous for a fraction of the time. You've been going all out doing brows and eyelash and all. I love it, I ain't gonna lie. But on those days where I truly don't have the time and energy, Torrence, this is something I could have been doing and been happy with for months and had no clue. You know why? Because I'm always going after my favorites, my full coverage like my Nars Foundation. Once you put this on, you're not just gonna put this all over the face and then walk out the door, honey. He got too much coverage. So I'm doing a full routine. I'm doing a full coverage concealer, then a powder, then contour, blush. I look like I'm going to the club when I'm going to the grocery store or going to work. That's just my way of doing things. But Torrence, you got to switch it up because the collection is getting too big. I want to put more into my savings and I want to be able to do more with traveling. I have a trip coming up in a few months and I'm like, Torrence, when you get there, you don't want to just sit in the hotel all day. You're going to want to go get some food. You're going to want to do a little shopping. You're going to want to spend a little coin. And to do that, we're going to have to start putting away a coin. And one of the main reasons I'm going on this is, once again, I got too much stuff. I went back and I was talking to different people about all the things that they wanted, that I wanted over the holiday season, and realized most of that stuff I want simply because it's new. I don't think there's really anything out there in the world where I can sit down and say, Torrence, get that because you have nothing like it. And what made me really say, oh no, you going on this budget again, is because I realized how much stuff I had not used from last holiday. My baby Keisha bought me this for Christmas last year. I did a video showing it off. I'll leave that here in my unboxing. The Pretty Rich from Too Faced. She fabulous. But because she was so pretty, I wanted to put her up. I didn't want nobody to touch her. I'm like, baby, Keisha is a jewel. This is shaped like jewels, honey. You can't tell me nothing about it. And I may be broke right now, but I feel rich every time I grab it. I liked it so much, I bought the highlighter to match. I believe they came out with 3 different ones. This is the one that fit my skin tone the most. But I promise you, I ain't never used either one. You couldn't get it up off me. I would pay to keep it in my collection. Not just this palette, this particular one that was given to me by my friend. Ain't never used her. Once again, last Christmas I got her. Remember I hauled this kit last Christmas because I wanted to try Kaja? This came with a kit with a whole bunch of stuff that you could use. A lip product, a highlighter, a blush, and an eyeshadow trio. Full face of products. Couldn't tell you what none of them looked like. None of that. I opened it, looked at it in the container, but on the skin, I wouldn't know. Last Christmas. I'm worried about what y'all selling this year for Christmas, but I haven't touched what I received last year that means something to me. Last Mother's Day, all of the younger women that I knew like makeup, I wanted to try to get them something, but I wanted something that I realized they could actually use, but I didn't want nothing, with a designer name slapped on it across so that you try to put more emphasis on that you got that. Everybody know what MAC is, but if you truly care about the makeup, then it's the makeup that shit matters. They know I love glitter. They know I love NYX. So I bought everybody the NYX Ultimate Utopia palette. She's beautiful. And everybody came back to me and told me how much they loved it. Mine still ain't been swatched. I opened her up to see how she looked. And I remember I was going to tell myself, Torrence, you should do a tutorial with this. Then I seen all those colors and how long it was going to take to swatch that. And I was like, maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow has never come. So she's still sitting here. This bad boy, oh. Look at her. She's ginormous. And this is what? The Norvina Volume 5. Ooh, the plastic just fell out of it. Because never used her. Besides greens, purples are my favorite color of all the eyeshadow colors. This would do a fabulous look. I always receive the most compliments when I'm wearing purples or neutrals. So you would think I would have got into this already. She's Norvina Volume 5 and I have all 5 of them and I'm sitting over there looking. I think I may have tested out number 2. I know for sure I have a tutorial up on number 3, but the other ones, 25 shades. You got glitter, you got matte, you got shimmer. She looked fabulous from a distance. I don't know nothing about her. I couldn't tell you nothing about her. And I'm sitting back, I'm like, Torrence, with all of this going on, how is it that you got so much makeup that you've never tried? And it's because it's always something new coming in. Right now, I got one more haul video that I'm gonna bring y'all of everything that I purchased since my last haul. And that's gonna have to be it, because I'm like, Torrence, your makeup budget was $175 per year. The reason I made it, not per year, per month. Baby, that almost scared me saying per year. The reason it was $175 per month is because my favorite eyeshadow palette of all times retails for that price, and I figured if I can't get anything else, I can afford that, including this big expensive bad boy here. Where'd she go? I know I just had it over here. One of these, Pat McGrath's, $125. My favorite shimmer formula, up there with Adept Cosmetics. But I'm like, this is the newest one here, Utopian Dream. She $125 at full price, and I don't got no clue what she like, because I ain't never used her, ain't never swatched her. You got people who would beg, plead, and cry over a Mothership palette, and to know I got them all and ain't never tested them all, it's like, come on. Look at these colors. Look at the way that shifts in the light. Don't know what she like. What's the name? My favorite matte formula of all time, Viseart, which is why I set my budget there. They done came out with some new palettes called Intendus. Guess what I decided to do? Buy them all. Still don't know what they like. I believe this is the Cashmere and the Mink set. Beautiful. I believe this is the La Plague and something else. I don't remember which two these are, but I got them as well. The Bijouette one and that purple one. My favorite matte formula in the world. Y'all got purples. Another purple palette I don't know nothing about. Some of the most beautiful purple eyeshadow looks I've ever seen in my life were made with this palette right here. You ain't never seen it, just look it up, especially if you look up Kelsey Brianna J or Morgan Turner. Fabulous. Mine's untouched because she sits on the shelf over there where she don't sit out in the open, so I barely get to her. And I'm like, Torrence, we can't keep doing this. We got too much going on, too much makeup to sit here and enjoy, to let stuff just keep going past and keep adding to a collection that you're not enjoying till its fullest. And what really set it off for me was these two palettes here. I'm just now getting these back. One of them I got back because she gave it right back to me. My friend Christina, she works at Ulta. That's my homegirl. Hey, Christina. Let her borrow the Patrick Ta palette right before the Sephora sale so she could see if she actually wants to pay for it. And I'm like, by using mine, you can go ahead and decide if it's worth it. She really thought so. So I was happy to let her see it. But when you look at it, you'll realize it's been used. But this little flap here with these creams, never touched it because I don't care about a cream shadow for real. I love a cream primer. But I'm like, Torrence, you've never done a video with this palette because you're too busy loaning it out to other people. I done let my sister use it. I done let a coworker use it because I'm like, I can disinfect it and I'm barely using her. But your subscribers have no idea what it's like because you never brought them a tutorial. So now I'm sitting here looking like you've been on a neutral kick lately. This would have been a fabulous neutral look. You've been talking about that Patrick Ta blush palette. Using this may have made you to go get it, but because you didn't, who cares now? My Natasha Denona Glam palette, this is a new one. I let a friend borrow this one and she liked it so much, baby. Every time I asked for it, okay, I'm gonna bring it back to you, I'm gonna do this. It finally came to the point where the sale came up and she's like, you know what? I'm gonna just buy you another one, sis, because I've been using this one, I've been loving this one, and I didn't put so many dips into it, ain't no point in sending it back to you the way it was. So I spent last night rearranging my shades, so I technically have a new palette now, even though I've had this palette way over 6 months, y'all don't know what she like. Because I never got a chance to use her. I never brought it to y'all. I think I've only done with Natasha Denona, I'm trying to think. Maybe the Mini Gold is the only palette I've ever used. But I'm like, when you rearrange this palette compared to what she looks like on other sites and stuff, look at how cute she is. You get to truly sit back and see just how cool tone and how possibly if you want to go slightly warm neutral on the bottom, you can do that. But I'm like, Torrence, imagine if you went back and gathered all of the palettes that you've loaned out, you send back all the makeup that you've borrowed, and you truly sit down and play with your collection. I don't know what it feels like to go without buying makeup. For a moment, I have been on a budget, but I'm like, you know what, Torrence? Something got to change. The fact that you tried out this new look here and it's become something that you truly love means you could possibly do that by going through your collection with stuff you already have. If you all watched that video where I played with, where is she at? Right here. The Anhydrous palette. I had this sitting over here for months because I was being the selfish little brat. I had to have them all before I used any of them. I didn't want to use just one, wait on this next one, wait on that one. And when I finally used it, this palette has easily become my favorite purple shimmers. Pat McGrath still holds the category of favorite shimmers because I haven't tested out other colors, but I'm sitting back like, Torrence, imagine if you go through and test out every green you got from them. Imagine if you go in and test out all the purples and all the blues and all the oranges. This could potentially be your new favorite, but until you go in and test them out, you will never know. So, we're going to put that to the side, and we're going to sit back, and I'm telling you, I'm just going through all of my collection. I'm just looking around this room, and I'm like, Torrence, bringing that budget back will truly help your finances. Bringing that budget back will truly help you explore your collection that you already have. And when I sit down and I try to think of, give me one good reason on why you shouldn't do this budget, the only reason I can come up with is you're not going to be able to afford everything new. And you know what? It don't matter how big my budget is. I would never be able to afford everything I want. Because once I get something new, I'm going to add something else to the list. So, right now, I'm letting it be known to y'all. Once again, this is the second time we're doing this. We're going to put it out there, y'all. Budget, $175 a month. I have to make sure I keep you all updated on exactly what I spend, what my budget is. Remember, any money that is left over from a previous month does carry over for myself. If we go over budget, we have to take that same amount from the next month. So let's say my budget $175 and I spend $185. Because I was $10 over budget, I have to take an additional $10 from next month's budget, which means being $10 over this month costs you $20 next month. The thing is, $175 sound like a lot of money. I know a lot of people who would truly feel blessed to be able to say they can spend that, especially a lot of the women I know who have young children. When they have to sit back and think of diapers, formula, or eyeshadows, it's never a competition. As somebody who's single with no kids, I don't have to make that sacrifice. So makeup is my free place. It's my creative place. It's my happy place. So I'm always going to try to put some money aside for it. But it's nothing that I'm struggling for, Torrence. It's nothing that I really just got to have, or, you know, my world going to come to an end if I don't get it. Do I still want that Pat McGrath holiday palette? Of course, and I'm going to try to figure out a way to get that in my budget. Do I still want, let's say, that new Nars palette that they just don't seem to be bringing in the store, so I might not get? Of course, but we got to find a way to get that in our budget. And I'm sitting back thinking like, Torrence, you still got a $40 gift card from Beautylish because I got that during the gift card thing. I've been waiting to see if that Wayne Goss gonna restock. If not, I'm gonna cash it out because he do expire by December 31st. Not only that, I also have several hundred points with Sephora that you can cash in. I think 500 points is $5 or $10 off, so that can help with an order. And I have over 2,000 points with Ulta, which y'all know is $125. So I'm sitting back like, Ulta can cover makeup Christmas shopping because a lot of stuff is half off. those Urban Decay palettes, a lot of Morphe palettes and stuff is, you know, on sale. A lot of It Cosmetics for the older women. So it's like, Torrence, you can buy new makeup without spending any money. Also, remember, oh yeah, Max sent me a coupon for a free eyeshadow quad for my birthday that I haven't cashed in. That's good till December. So it's like, Torrence, you can get up right now and go pick up more than $200 worth of makeup for free and not come out of your pocket. So to be able to do that and still have a $175 budget, you're going to quit being spoiled. You're going to have to get back into the fact that, Torrence, you're single now and you're paying for everything yourself now. And the budget ain't what it used to be because I can't work the way I used to. I could go to the plant, work all day, get some overtime, then come home and do some clients and do that. My leg not going to let me do all of that. So since the budget ain't where it used to be, the spending won't be where it used to be, and enjoying our collection the way we used to is what we about to get back up on doing. I know this was a long rant. I know I was just blabbing and talking over things that I really didn't have to, but y'all my people, and I got to put it out there because I'm telling y'all, I can convince myself to drop any budget and keep doing it, but I need y'all help to hold me responsible, and I promise y'all, if I pick it up, I'm going to let y'all know, even if it makes me feel shameful to say I went over budget. But this just a tint look, honey. Tell me the lip bar did not give it to us, y'all. I am really feeling this look to know that I am wearing just 3 products and I only use my fingers and 1 brush. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving the way my skin looks. And it's moments like this where you go, Torrence, that's been in your collection and you find a new joy in old products. We're going to keep it like that because I understand. In order to be the biggest, the best on this platform, honey, you need to be talking about all the newest thing, all the trends. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about personal growth. I'm worried about those who think like me, who enjoy what we have and want to try to stick to that. I know my appreciation for my collection isn't where it should be. By going back on this budget, it'll help me get back up there. And I just want to be a voice for those of us who enjoy the old and the reliable, honey. The things that we know will work for us. Testing out new stuff is fun, but a lot of times testing out new stuff means you could risk new acne breakouts. You could risk finding out that this ain't as cute as your old stuff, so now my makeup ain't as cute as it normally would be. And also, you get new expensive with new products. Well, new expenses, not with... But, been blabbing long enough. I want to get these videos up and edited for you all. I have to work the next, I think, 5 days. So, baby, I'm going to soak this foot. I'm going to rub it down, baby, like it's a slab of ribs. Get me some more compression socks because that done became a part of my everyday life. I done got old and, baby, I need compression socks every day now. But I've been blabbing long enough, talking negatively long enough. And so what we're going to do is grab all of this makeup that we've been talking about, put it back where it belongs. And I want you all to leave me a comment down below letting me know what type of products and videos that you all want to see coming up. I know for sure you all keep telling me you all want to see a brush collection, you all want to see a makeup collection. A lot of people want me to do another updated video with my brother, and I got to try to figure out what his schedule is. And I'm trying to think, it was something else everybody wants to, oh, skincare routine, honey. I got to get that going for you all too. My main thing with doing that skincare video is trying to figure out how I'm going to have this camera position where I can do it and not risk getting that thing wet because I have a small bathroom, honey, and I'm a big person, so I can't risk tripping, knocking anything over and causing damage just that I can't afford to replace. But my camera is still going, and he reminded me, you ain't got too much time on this video, so we're going to cut it off here, and with nothing else, I hope you all remember to practice, continue to stay blessed, and until next time, goodbye, YouTube.